Hi everybody, Robert Jones back in the kitchen, and I'm excited today. I have 4 graduations, 2 today, 2 tomorrow, and I'm taking beans to a barbecue tomorrow. I'm kind of excited. 3 nieces and a nephew all graduating within today and tomorrow, and we're going to have a big old party, and I'm going to be taking some beans. So I've got my beans already soaking. This is the perfect recipe to take to a barbecue because it's almost no effort. Basically, you're going to soak your beans, you're going to chop up some crap, you're going to put it in a pan, you're going to put it in the crock pot. Boom! Recipe for a barbecue. You're ready to go and you don't have to heat up your whole kitchen. I'm doing mine in the crock pot. You don't have to. You can do it on the stove. It just takes a little bit of watching and a little bit of time. But anyway, so let's get to making some barbecue beans for everybody. Well, I guess technically they're not barbecue. So let's get to making some bacon onion beans for barbecues and graduates. Okay, you guys, so the first step in this is we're going to render some bacon, and whenever I see on sale bacon with ends and pieces, like this says it is, ends and pieces, what that means is when they have the big slab of bacon, these are all the odd shaped sizes of stuff. I buy these because it's relatively inexpensive, and I'm just gonna chop it up into little pieces anyway, so I don't care if it's in strips. I'm not making sandwiches or anything. So this is the bacon. I'm just going to use half of this, I think. So I'm literally just going to cut half of this through here. We'll put the other half in the freezer, and then I just squeeze this out, and then I'm just going to chop up this bacon into little bits, and then we're going to render it. So you can just chop through this, and look at that. You can see already it's just going to fall apart into little pieces. We're just going to cook it down and make it crispy, and then we're going to put it in the beans. So that's that. This is going to add a ton of flavor to our beans. Don't worry, you're going to get some big chunks like that. We'll chop that up. Okay, I'm just going to put this in a pot. I'm going to put it over medium heat and make crispy bits and reduce some of the fat out of this because we don't need all of the fat. We want the flavor and we want the meat, but we don't need all of the fat. Okay, we just have a regular brown onion here, and we're just going to slice this in half. You guys have seen me dice onions 100 times. There you go. Alright, let's check on our pork. Okay guys, this is our pork. I've just got it over medium heat here. Just, you can see the sizzle there in the pan. There's a couple big pieces in there, but no big deal. I didn't see them. That's the nice thing about this kind of a rustic bean dish, is everybody gets a little something different. Okay. Just gonna let that reduce. Yes, you know a recipe is gonna be good when it starts out with 1.5 pounds of chopped bacon reducing. Alright you guys, if you've ever seen me render fat, I got a glass, I got a coffee filter, and I'm just gonna carefully pour the fat into the cup so you guys can see. Saving the fat for a rainy day or another recipe. That's called rendering the fat. Alright, we'll keep a little bit of fat in there, and then we'll put this to filter through, and we'll get some nice, you can already see it, nice clear fat. This is my crock pot, and here is the bacon, so we're just going to dump that in the pot. Doesn't have to get clean because we're going to put the onion in here now. We'll set that on the pot. And now we're just going to saute the onions and what was left of the bacon. This is the whole 1 onion. And then just like normal, just give this a stir. And we just want to get the bacon flavor out of here and give these just a tiny bit of color. Alright, we'll let that sit for just a couple minutes and cook. Okay, you guys, so about 4 to 6 hours ago, I took beans like this. They look just like this. They're dry, they're hard. And I put 4 cups in this big mamma jamma. Bump. And I added water, and you can see that these have now plumped up quite significantly. They're about, I don't know, twice the size they were. This is the water that's in them. So I've changed the water once. You can see it gets a little brown and murky. I'm going to dump the water out of this. And your beans should look like this. They're nice and plump. They're big. Before I put them in here, I sorted through them to make sure there were no rocks. I gave them a little wash, and now you can see they look really nice. Alright, so I have here our crock pot of the crock. This is the bacon that I put in there from the stove. I'm going to dump the beans in on top. As you can see, it's getting kind of full. That's what we want. Okay, and so to our bean pot here, we are going to add 2 bay leaves. These are local bay leaves. We have them growing here. And I'm also going to add 2 tablespoons of salt. You can use whatever salt you want. I like a kosher. This is a little bit larger grain. I'm also going to add 2 tablespoons of cumin. 1, 2. You guys can use measuring spoons. I know what I'm doing. I'm a professional. And then 1 heaping tablespoon of chili powder. Sprinkle that in there. And then I have pre-chopped garlic. If you're not using pre-chopped, put about 4 cloves in here. So it's about 4 cloves worth of that. Then we're going to add just enough water to cover the beans. We don't want to make them super drowned. Maybe just a little bit more than that. We've still got onions to go, so I don't want to overtop this. So there you go. Alright, and our sweated with delightful onions and the bacon goo going in there as well. They smell so good. I wish you guys could smell this. Between the bacon and the onions and the chili powder and the cumin. Cumin is my favorite thing in the world. It's so nice. Alright, I'm going to get that all. Gonna get. Now you got it all in your pot. Stir it gently. Get it just well combined. Now, if you don't have a crock pot, you can totally do this on the stove as well. Just make sure you have enough room for it to boil. Probably more than this. I know this isn't going to get crazy or anything throughout the night. It's kind of late at night now. It's like 9:30, 10 o'clock, and this is for tomorrow. So it's going to cook for about 8 hours overnight. And there you go. Alright, so you can see we've got our bacon bits, we've got our beans, we've got our onions, we've got our spices, we've got our salt. Now that was just a first guess at the salt. We'll taste it and adjust it tomorrow. So that's it. We're just going to do that. I'm going to put the lid on. Bum, bum. I'm going to turn this on high just until it gets hot and starts to boil. And then I will turn it down to low, and I'm going to let it cook all night long. As Ruby Raj says in Fifth Element, all night long. Boop, boop. Okay, so I'm going to cook this, and we'll see you guys in the morning.
Alright, you guys, look at that. That is an 8-hour cook on the beans. And we can, doing the steady cam here, we can take out this leaf because the bay leaf has done its job and it's right there, so why not just take it out? Alright, so let's take this and give it a little stir. Oh, look at that. Love that crust that forms on that. That's nice. Oh, smells really good, you guys. Look at that. Alright, let's stir this up and then we can give it a little taste before the party.
Alright, you guys. It is the moment you've been waiting for. Woo! Hi, you guys. I am so excited. It has been an overnight period. I don't know how long the beans cooked. I think they cooked for about 8 hours in my slow cooker. Basically, you just want to cook them until they're soft. Till the beans are soft. So if you're doing it on the stove, it's usually about 3 hours. If you're doing the slow cooker, you just put it on, go to bed, wake up, and the magic has happened. It's probably about 6 to 8 hours in the slow cooker too, but I didn't watch it. Sorry. But I have beans. Lovely beans. I feel like a cowboy eating beans for breakfast. Okay, because it's like really early and I'm about ready to go to this graduation thing and I gotta drive, but I wanted to show you the beans. Look at the luscious beans. So You got chunks of bacon and onion and soft creamy beans. So let's take a little taste here. Not sure how hot this is. Okay. You guys, this is something to be proud of. I'm serious, this is really good. Come on, you've taken pork and you've rendered it down. I'm having a bite. It's a little spicy. Now, if you don't want to use that much spice, don't. If you don't want to use pinto beans, use some other kind of beans. Just gotta watch them, see how they're done. These beans are really nice. These are pinto beans. It's very common here in California. They're very soft. They're very buttery. Put this down before I spill it. And if you don't like that much chili powder, or if you want to use a different kind of chili powder, or if you want to use fresh chilies, make it your own. You can totally do it. I thought it was going to be a little spicy when I tasted the broth last night, but it is cooked in. The beans are making up for it, and the salt is about right. I'm so excited. All right, let's get to my second graduation party. And if you all are watching, Bailey, Elliot, Zoe, Xander, congratulations to all of you for graduating this year. How exciting. All right, you guys, have a good one. Was that the easiest recipe ever? I mean, hello? You put it in a crock pot. Super duper easy. 10 minutes of prep, 10 minutes of cook, and the rest is the magic of the crock pot. You guys can do this. Try this at home. Super easy. Oh, and by the way, beans are so good for you. They're low cost, they're high fiber, they're delicious, and you can feed everybody for cheap. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Love to have you come by, subscribe, and I will talk to you next time.